Something that changed everything for me is that confidence is not something that you wait to feel. It is something that you decide. And yes, I know that it sounds like a stupid motivational quote. It sounds like something that they used to print on all those, pillows with motivation. But if you stay with me for 2 seconds, what I'm actually about to say is so much more deeper than that. The most confident woman that you have ever seen in your life, those women who walk into a room and then the energy just changes. The ones who seem to take up space without apologizing for it. The ones that you look at and you think, wow, they have it all. Most of them were faking it first. They were not lying. They were not performing for sport. But they decided before the feeling arrived to act like someone that had already arrived. And the funny thing is that the feeling eventually came with it. Hi, my name is Blossom and I'm here to make sure that you never settle for a life that is less than the life that you deserve. Today we're going to be talking about confidence, but not the shallow version of confidence, not the, when you stand in front of the mirror, pose, and then say, oh, I'm that girl. No. We'll definitely talk about that too. But I want to talk about confidence as a practice, as an art form, as a skill that you build deliberately, that especially when you don't feel like it yet. Because the world responds to confidence before it responds to almost everything else. And once you understand that, everything will change for you. Chapter 1. Let me clear something up immediately because I think we've been sold a counterfeit version of what confidence actually looks like. Confidence is not arrogance, it is not loudness, it is not having the most to say in every room or performing certainty that you don't feel so that other people can clap for you. That one is ego. And ego is a very thin, very fragile thing that collapses the moment someone challenges it. Confidence is quieter than that. It is you being grounded. It is you being settled. It's an internal posture that makes you feel like you belong here, you are capable, you don't need anyone's permission to believe that. And the most important thing that you need to understand about it is that confidence is a decision before it is a feeling. So this is the part where people get stuck. They wait to feel confidence. They think, oh, once I achieve this, I'll feel confident. Once I lose the weight, once I get the job, once I have the money, once I have the right clothes, the right group, the right accomplishment, then I'll walk into rooms like I own them. But that is not how confidence works. That is how conditional self-worth works. And conditional self-worth is a trap because there will always be another condition. There will always be another finish line. The feeling will never fully arrive because it was never tied to you. It was tied to an achievement. Confidence comes from deciding first. The achievement will come second, and then the external validation is usually just a bonus. It's not supposed to be the source. Now, chapter 2. I'm going to say something that is going to make some people feel a bit uncomfortable, but I stand by it completely. The art of confidence is partly the art of pretending to be someone you are not yet. And before you close this video out of annoyance, let me explain what I mean and what I don't mean. I don't mean that you perform a person or a persona that has nothing to do with who you actually are. I don't mean that you lie about your accomplishment or your capabilities. I don't mean that you perform hollow vanity where you move around with nothing underneath it. I mean that you have a vision of who you are becoming. A version of yourself who is more confident, more grounded, more certain of her worth. That person is real. She exists. She's just a little bit ahead of where you currently are. The art of confidence is deciding to act from that version now before you begin to feel like her, to make the decisions she will make, to hold the posture she would hold, to speak with the certainty that she will. Not because you fully arrived, but because your brain does not always know the difference between real and rehearsal. And if you behave consistently like someone who is confident over time, your brain will update its model of who you are. I don't mean lying about your accomplishment or your capabilities. I don't mean hollow vanity. I don't mean, strutting around with nothing underneath it. What I mean is that you have a vision of who you are becoming, a vision of yourself that is more confident, more certain of our worth, that is real, that exists. and it's just a little bit ahead of where you currently are. So you know what the art is? The art is deciding to act from the future version before you fully begin to feel like her. Make the decisions that you know she would make. Hold the posture that she would hold. Speak with the certainty that she will speak with. Not because you fully arrived, but because your brain doesn't always know the difference between real and rehearsed. And if you behave consistently like someone who is confident, over time, your brain will update its model of who you are. It is not some stupid kind of psychology. It is real. There was someone, a father of psychology, wrote over a century ago that action precedes emotion. If you want a quality, act as if you already have it, and the feeling usually follows the behavior. There is a real phenomenon, which is that embodying confident posture changes not just what others perceive about you, but also how you perceive yourself. Your body language genuinely feeds back into your mental state. So yes, fake it till you make it, but fake it with intention. Fake it as a rehearsal for who you are becoming, not as a costume to hide who you are. Chapter 3. I want to be honest here because I think there's a version of fake it till you make it that actually backfires, and we need to name it. There is a shallow version, which is when faking confidence means performing for external validation, when you are holding your head high, not because you are building genuine self-belief, but because you need everyone in the room to think that you have it together. When the entire exercise is about managing other people's perception of you rather than actually building your internal foundation. That version is exhausting, it is unsustainable, and it leaves you feeling emptier than when you started, because the validation that you are chasing keeps requiring more performance to maintain. The one that I'm advocating for is when you do the external work in service of the internal work. You fix your posture because standing tall physically changes how your nervous system registers your own worth. You dress the part because how you present yourself shapes how you move through the world and how the world moves towards you. You say the affirmation not because you're lying to yourself, but because you want to interrupt the automatic negative narrative that your brain has been running on default. The external tools are real, but they have to be pointed towards something genuine inside you. That is why I usually say go to therapy, read the books, listen to the podcast, do the self-love work on the self-esteem at the root level, because confidence that only exists on the surface is one bad day away from collapsing. Confidence that has been built from the inside out, that one is sturdy, that one walks into a room and changes the temperature. Both things are true. The external acts matter and they have to be backed by real internal work. It is not either or, it is both simultaneously building on each other. Chapter 4. Let me tell you something about the real world that nobody you know is going to tell you. The world makes snap judgments about you before you open your mouth, before you shake a hand, before you present a credential, before you prove anything. Confidence, which is how you dress, how you present yourself, how you occupy space, is one of the primary signals that the world uses to calibrate how it treats you. So imagine this scenario. Two people walk into a bank with the same check for the same amount. One walks in, they're grounded, they've dressed well, they carry themselves like they belong there, they make eye contact, they hand over the check without any kind of weirdness or uncertainty. The other walks in uncertain, disheveled, apologetic in their posture. They hand over the check like they're already expecting to be questioned. Who do you think will get questioned? Who do you think will get treated like a valued customer? And who do you think will get scrutinized? You already know the answer. And yes, that reality is deeply unfair. In a just world, the check would and should speak for itself, and the posture should be irrelevant. But we don't live in a just world. We live in a world that constantly makes assumptions, that uses your presentation as a proxy for credibility, that extends ease and respect in proportion to how confidently someone presents themselves. Research in social psychology consistently confirms this. Studies on first impression shows that judgment about competence, trustworthiness, and status are made within seconds, and they are heavily influenced by body language, eye contact, and physical presentation. So what do you do with that information? You can rage against it, which is valid, and I rage against it too. And you can also decide to play the game strategically while you are working to change it. You cannot always control the room, but you can always control how you walk into it. Chapter 5. Here's what all of this is really about. Underneath the posture and the dressing and the affirmations, you have to love yourself enough to believe that you deserve, because no amount of external confidence performance will sustain itself without the foundation. You can fake the walk, the talk, the presentation, but if at the core you believe that you are fundamentally unworthy of the rooms that you are entering, the performance will crack. Maybe not today, maybe not in public, but alone at 2 a.m. it will crack. So the real work is self-love, and I don't mean self-love in the boring basic ways, although those ones are lovely and you should do them. I mean the harder version, which is choosing yourself when it is inconvenient, believing in your own worth when nobody is clapping for you, treating yourself with the same standard of care and respect that you are always willing to extend to everyone else. Tell yourself that you love yourself, even if it feels like you're lying at first. Say the affirmations, not because they're magic words, but because the story you tell yourself consistently becomes the ground that you stand on. Work on your self-esteem at the roots. Build confidence from the inside out, so that when it radiates outward and it's real, it will be real. It will last. It won't need constant maintenance. Because a woman who is genuinely confident, she does not need the room to validate her. She is grateful when it does, but she doesn't need it. And that is the specific quality. And it is the most magnetic, most powerful, most genuinely beautiful thing that I've ever witnessed in another person. And that is what we are building from now. Chapter 6. A concrete step-by-step actionable steps into becoming the highest and best version of yourself. Step 1. Decide today, before the feeling, that you are someone who is confident. Decide right now as present tense fact. I am someone who is building genuine confidence. That decision is the first brick that you lay. Everything else will get built on top of it. Step 2, fix your posture right now. Seriously. Head up, shoulders back, your feet are planted. It's not vanity, it's neuroscience. Studies consistently show that adopting an upright, expansive posture reduces cortisol. Your body is a tool. Use it to shift your state before your state shifts naturally. Step 3, dress like the version of you that is already there. You don't need to dress expensively, necessarily, but dress intentionally. Put on what makes you feel like her, whatever her looks like for you. Because you know that your present self shapes how you move through it, and how you move through it shapes how it receives you. Step 4, build an affirmation practice, but make it specific. Don't say, oh, I'm confident, and then repeat it with your eyes shut, hoping that something will happen. Be specific. Use present tense statements that directly counter the specific stories that you've been telling yourself. Like, I belong in this room. My voice is worth something. I am capable of exactly what I'm pursuing. Repetition rewires, and research on self-affirmation theory consistently shows that affirming core values and positive self-views can buffer against stress and improve problem solving. 5, do the deeper work, not the surface work, but do both together. Therapy, books, honest conversation with yourself about where your low self-esteem came from and what it actually is about. Because the surface work, the posture, the dressing, the affirmation is powerful, but it works faster and it sustains longer when it is built on a genuine foundation of self-understanding and self-love. Don't skip the roots. Step 6, act from the future version of yourself. Every time you have a choice to make, how to walk into a room, how to respond to a question, how to hold yourself in a conversation, ask yourself, what would the fully confident version of me do? And then do that. Not perfectly, not all at once, but consistently. Because you are not just acting, you are rehearsing an identity, and identity follows behavior. Step 7, protect your self-image fiercely. Audit your inputs, the content you consume, the people you spend time with, the conversations you participate in. All of it either builds your self-image or erodes it. Be intentional about it. Be ruthless about it. You are building something precious here. Protect it like it matters, because it matters. In conclusion, the world sees confidence before it sees almost anything else about you. Before your degree, before your talents, before your work ethic or your kindness, or the depth of what you are actually capable of. It sees how you carry yourself, how you enter spaces, whether you act like you belong or whether you are waiting for permission. And what I need you to walk away from this video with is that you know that you do not have to wait until you feel it to act like it. The feeling is a destination. The decision is a vehicle. So get in the car and start driving. The destination will meet you on the road. Love yourself enough to believe that you deserve to be in rooms because you deserve it. Work on it from the inside, show it on the outside, and keep going even on the days when confidence is more decision than feeling. Because eventually, and I mean this, it stops being a performance. It becomes who you are. The woman that you're about to be is waiting for you. So go be her. I'll see you in the next one. If this hits, share it with the girl who has been waiting to feel ready. She doesn't need to wait. Drop it in the comments. What is one room that you're walking in with more confidence starting today?